is a lot more in buying or selling a home that many people really realize. So much involved.
No matter which side of the transaction you are on, it is imperative that you have an ally by your side to guide you through the process.
That ally is your real estate professional agent. Those professionals have been through so much in the process. So many times, they close so many transactions, hundreds of them, and they can help you to understand what you want and how to get it.
Agents not only know how to correctly price a home and prepare it for sale, but they often know a lot of information about the neighborhood clients are hoping to buy in.
That is a value proposition. They can be invaluable source of information and save their clients hours of work and actually tons of stress throughout the buying or selling process. They can suggest things, they can guide you through so many things that you haven't even thought about.
Well, and many times clients will wonder what exactly their commission fee are going towards.
For example, here are some answers to what these commissions or what is the selling agent or buyer agent, the real estate professional do. There's a lot more than this, but here are some examples.
Here it is, listing your property.
Listing your property, that takes a lot of work. People think about, oh, just come in and sign that paper. They need to understand the listing agreement. There's so much of it inside and out.
And the price recommendation?
Anybody could price, but it has to be steadily, it has to be perfect, it has to be right, it has to have a meaning why you listed at that price.
And marketing your property to the public.
Marketing a property is huge. It's not about putting a sign and put it on the internet. There's so much to it. It has to have a procedures. And what kind of marketing are they having for you?
And also, we offer negotiating skills.
Negotiating skills are huge for the agent. You don't buy negotiators. You earn to be a negotiator throughout the years and doing so many transactions.
Discuss all options and potential scenarios once an offer is made.
Once you have an offer, you got an offer as a seller or an offer made, it has to be done properly. It's easy. Anyone could just fill out the papers, sign it, and send it. There is more to it than that. There is strategy to it.
Follow the transaction through the closing once an offer is accepted.
Those agents, they have to follow that timeline of every offer, every transaction. They have to know how to do it and who to do it with.
Facilitate the ordering of title work.
Title work is huge. Before you even list a property or before you buy a property, you have to understand what is the title on that property, how it's taken, what is involved, who is the owner, what happened to the property, just if there's liens and things.
Yes.
Huge.
Deal with home inspection results and handle any negotiations.
Home inspection. A lot of people, when we open escrow, obviously the home inspection have to happen by the buyer or in the other case by the seller too as well. Now, that could be a deal killer. Did you know the proper agent will tell you, let's do a home inspection even before we put it on the market so we know what's really going on. But if you did not, agents have to negotiate through that process to make it smooth.
And also meeting the appraiser at the property.
Meeting the appraiser is a huge deal. A lot of people said, let the appraiser go out there and let them do their thing. If you're a seller, you have to write down your upgrades, each and every one of them. And you have to give that list to the appraiser, meet them, give them some comps, and be friendly and be helpful to them, because that could and will help your appraisal.
And the closing.
At the end of the day, when the agents go through all these things, there's only few things I have mentioned. The closing is the happiest time for the buyer or the seller. That has to be dealt with too as well. Those professionals, they give you so much information, so much services that I haven't even started touching the surface of this. Here are the most asked questions about the commissions, the seller objections. There are so many of them. We just picked 3 of them. For example, 1.
You make too much in commission.
Yeah, everybody say, you make too much money, Mr. Agent. Well, seller worries about the bottom line. They say, how much I'm going to get? What is my net? That's their worries, and that's a legitimate one.
Well, discussing the real estate menu or service is the key.
Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here are the menu of services. Which one would you like me to do? And that is concerning your bottom line.
And 2, we are in the financial trouble.
A lot of sellers, they say, hey, we don't have that kind of commission to give you. We are in financial trouble. Understandable. Take a look at the printout that I have made for you of expireds versus that are went under contract.
Well, what patterns do you see with respect to the commissions?
This is what you see. In virtually all areas, most of the time, all areas, the bulk of expired listing will be at a lower commission, or the selling price is way above the market value.
And did you know you pay a commission only when your property sells?
Nothing losing. The agent, the professional agent, is willing to do all the marketing, pay for all the fantastic videos and pictures and all that up front, not asking you to pay a thing. When your listing does not sell, the amount of commission you negotiated is really irrelevant because you pay nothing.
And number 3, John Smith offered the same service for 5%.
Yes, you might sit down and say, well, John Smith from ABC Company offered the same service that you're doing with 5%. And I am sure that they do. All agents are so fantastic. They're great until they prove to you otherwise.
Mr. and Mrs. Seller, to achieve the highest possible price for your property, you will need an agent who has powerful negotiating skills, right?
That's one of the answers, and here it is. Then how effective do you think I will be when I negotiate on your behalf if I could not negotiate a full commission for myself? If I could not negotiate, if I could not represent you my value proposition right now and convince you, prove to you that I am the right person for you, I am the right professional for you, and you chew me down on the commission and I could not get it, how effective I'm going to be negotiating on your behalf to sell your property. In episode 2, we have covered, in 2 episodes that is, and this is the last episode, in 2 episodes we have covered what is commission,
Who pays the commission?
the menu of services that we discussed,
Some of the services realtors do.
a lot of that, and answered common objections that seller have. We answered 3 of them.
Do not forget to click on that button to subscribe.
Click on subscribe button.